This may come as a massive surprise, but I kinda like the Pokemon series. For over a decade, Pokemon has been a massive part of my life, being where I met my friends, how I brand myself online, and having been a general comfort and entertainment for the time I've known it. However, there is just one problem. I suck at Pokemon games. My primary strategy for the last 10 years has been, if move do damage, use that move. So if I want to attempt my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke, where if a Pokemon dies I can never use them again, and if I game over, I have to play one of my least favorite games ever, Yoshi's New Island, I'm gonna need a little bit of help. So I asked a bunch of my friends to custom design Pokemon which would sail me to success, and they more than provided. The rest was up to me. The journey begins in our humble little town where we are the prime age of way too young. Our mom has gotten way too annoyed at our new streaming career and demanded we make some actual money by defeating the champion of the region. It sounds extreme, but they're not raising the minimum wage anytime soon. We head to the north of our hometown with our rival, Evil Lou, and yes, his sister is the favorite of the family before you ask. Our mom's friend gives each of us a Pokemon, and normally I'd use the starter Pokemon until the very end of my Pokemon run. But this little dude is getting boxed instantly. Sorry, Oshawott. After mashing A for a while, we reach the Pokemon Center and trade in our Oshawott for our real first Pokemon, the one and only Medial 802. Medial the Weasel is a rather energetic weasel who deeply enjoys swimming. He has 4 rather nice, simple moves for early game, but our primary strategy just ended up being spamming Aqua Tail and actually just nuking everything in our path. After about 5 more battles of just using Aqua Tail, we finally reached the next city to obtain 2 more friends, Bagrond and Terravan. Bagrond Zatu has been a longtime friend and member of the channel, being easily one of the nicest people I've ever met, not just verbally, but with the literal boatload of art she's provided for the channel, and just for me in general. So of course this wonderful, sweet individual becomes the most toxic Zatu known to man, and I do literally mean toxic. Thankfully, we were brought down to earth a bit more with Terravan the Pichu, whose primary strategy was opposite to Bagrond's, and by that I mean really bad. Terravan begged me to almost solely use metronome, and I was honestly more than happy to get a break from the constant Aqua Tail spam.
Terravan, you'll be fine, alright? Don't worry. The Evilite won't be the problem here, alright? The problem here is gonna be... Oh shit! Even though I switch, we still just have Medial here.
Well, we're getting there at least. As we visit the new route, we come upon a distraught ranch owner whose puppy dog is no longer bouncing in a box like this. Our rival furiously goes on a hunt to find the lost pup, and we happily join in on the search. After spamming metronome and nearly killing Terravan the same amount of times, we finally found that canine being courted by a team known as Team Plasma. What is Team Plasma, you ask? Well, isn't it obvious? They're a group who play an avid game of hide-and-seek throughout the entirety of Unova. See? Look at him run away to his hiding spot. After watching the hide-and-seeker vanish from sight, we reunite the dog with their family and head back to town and learn how type advantages work with our water starter, and how type disadvantages work with our flying starter. Listen, I never said this run was going to be a noble or honorable one, alright? Returning back to our hometown, we know we have to face the first gym in order to reach the champion eventually, so we pick up 2 friends along the way, Staz and Amber. Staz the Swablu is a Meloetta in disguise, proven by their singing moves, along with the funny sing move, Parasong. I'd say we have a gimmick, but we've absolutely passed the point of gimmicks being special. Amber the Arcanine, on the other hand, is less of a gimmick and more of a beast of a Pokemon, with easily the strongest moves and highest stats of our party thus far. She becomes a valuable asset throughout the adventure, but also constantly begs me to set up Sunny Day and Solar Beam. The first gym was hardly anything to worry about, as expected. We started the battle by letting Bagrond give a bitch slap to Patrat before some exhilarating gameplay with Medial. With our first gym out of the way and 7 more to go, we quickly sped over to Burbank City. On our way, we showed proof of our power to a hiker who wanted to truly test our mettle and make sure we were more than ready to face any adult out there. Which is why the first thing we did after that was take a preschooler's lunch money. like he was actually like 10 steps away. We quickly passed through the area, continuing the tradition of scaring Terravans to death with how we were torturing their Pichu, and slid right into Burbank City. As we enter, we find the gym leader in an argument with her father, who's deciding to retire at the young age of 57. His daughter is asking for a crumb of inheritance, but he entirely ignores her to become a movie star, believing Hollywood to still be the honest foundation he has always known it to be. The gym leader, still making $11.75, begrudgingly heads to her studio to release some stress, not that Spotify would pay her any more for music anyways. But of course we have to invite a new friend along to appreciate the art of music. So, what better Pokemon than a feral dog? Brian the Mighty Anna is an adorable little pupper who's mostly known for just being stinky. Just a reminder, I didn't design these guys. His strategy wasn't very complicated, and I simply spent most of my time just spamming submission and punishment. And with that, we hopped over to the gym, took down the other band members, and challenged the gym leader. Staz eagerly fought against the coughing, swatting away any poison with their Gust and Relic Song as the coughing just kinda slapped us with her hand. Wait, hold on a second. After wasting several turns away chipping away with Staz, I got bored, so I brought in Ambi, hard-read the Whirlipede's Protect, and utterly melted the bug. With that finally out of the way, we knew we had to head to Castelia City next. However, no boats were currently available for us to travel across. We decided to try and convince the retired boomer to use their retirement fund for a cruise to the vibrant city, so we had to head up to Pokestar Studios. As we arrived, we were guided through the studio and quickly found out that the writer's strike was still going on, and holy shit, these guys are comically evil. After watching what a film written by these greedy bastards was like and touring the Marvel Studios district, we managed to convince the boomer to let us join them on a cruise to the city. Before we could hop on the boat, however, the hide-and-seek group Team Plasma showed up and refused to let us on board unless we played their game. After taking an unreasonably long jog all the way back through the previous route, we found them in the worst hiding spot possible, and out of rage, they challenged us to a Pokemon battle, which you can probably guess how that went. But now it was finally time to enter the city and meet up with two new friends. Ash the Mudkip was the cutest, silliest Mudkip the world had ever seen, yet was very surprisingly underutilized with this diverse kit they had. Yeah, sorry, this one stays in a box a little bit more than the other ones. But more notably, we also obtained Ebony the Luxray, an extraordinarily powerful Pokemon with some rather strong moves, at the cost of a Life Orb being their primary item. And believe it or not, the Water Absorb ability actually did help us out a few times. However, the gym leader wasn't available at the moment as he was on the picket lines with the fellow artists, and seriously, Jesus Christ, just give these people livable wages! To kill some time, we decided to actually indulge on the over-the-top hide-and-seek group who we reluctantly followed into the sewers. We joined with our rival named like one of Elon Musk's kids, and once again, very easily found the team. Everyone on the team seems to have anger issues, so we reluctantly joined our rival in a double battle against them who stole our fucking kill! But it's fine, because that's how double battles were. That stole it again, motherfucker! While exiting the series, we managed to find my good friend Hijinks Plays hanging out in there, who was rather eager to see his favorite Pokemon hatched and joining the party.
And I know a good bit about him, he knows a good bit about me, and I know that he basically has a favorite Pokemon, which is Shinx. So when he told me what species is this Pokemon and said, take a fucking guess, I knew exactly which Pokemon to get for him. You motherfucker! You fucking... You said... Take a guess. You said, and I quote, take a fucking guess. I don't know what to say, man. I guessed. I didn't quite know what to go for.
With our new team in place, we set off to get the third gym badge, which was organized as a fucking mess, and carried the tradition of shaving years off of Terravan's life. Eventually, however, after hopping through an ungodly amount of webs, we reached the gym leader. We started off the battle by feeding our Luxray an incredibly fresh batch of cabbage, which went unsurprisingly well, and also unsurprisingly, we used Aquatail as medial on the Dwebble. We accidentally kept Medial in the second worst situation he could be in, but managed to switch him out with ease to allow Ambi to recreate every rural family's fall activity of burning leaves. With the third badge out of the way, we went from the bustling city straight into the walk our grandparents took to school every day. On our way through the overwhelming sandstorm, we found Elon Musk. Just kidding, guys. That's not Elon. This guy is actually decently intelligent and makes his own inventions. He scared away a bunch of rocks and offered a battle to us, and with the steel types, it went just about as you'd expect. With the rambling geek leaving, we were able to continue on our adventure where we faced a few extra battles, including a double battle against 2 toddlers. The battle was an easy one with Ambi on our side. However, this scenario was also the worst situation that Medial could have been in.
Alright, well, Medial... You'll be fine, right? That did a lot of fucking damage. That did way more damage than it needed to do. What the fuck? Why was that? What the hell? Holy shit. Why did that Oko?
Everyone says your first Nuzlocke death hits the hardest, and I have no reason to argue with that after seeing Medial demolished by 2 preschoolers. An entirely preventable death with just switching my team member was not something that made me feel better about my skills as the leader of this brigade. So with a fallen Weasel and a heavy heart, we unfortunately had to carry on, only to find something much, much worse. Elon Musk is back! Alright, I'm kidding again. This guy at least manages to keep women around him. Regardless, this upstarting businessman felt generous and gave away something a baby boomer never would to their children, which was property. After reacting properly to this, we sped through the avenue and finally reached Nimbasa City. With the new bright city in view, we knew we had to lighten the mood by inviting 2 brand new friends to the party. Soul Fury the Alakazam was the first, and holy shit, I want to stress that I do have a rather select few of Pokemon I enjoy a lot for no fucking reason, but Alakazam has always just stood out as a cool dude. With some rather simple magic moves and magic guard, I was eager to have this member on the team for a while. But let's not overshadow them with Bemmels the Tyranitar, whose story was that they were raised very comfortably at a daycare, and it shows with their softer, more playful moveset. It longed for comfortable, peaceful times, but we were sure we'd make this Tyranitar get used to the taste of blood. With our 2 new friends and a polished party, we made our way to the 4th gym, but were interrupted by a strange lady who was really hoping she could have someone on a Ferris wheel ride with her. And if it's alright with everybody, I'm going to skip over this section because, yeah. To de-stress from that, we just had to try the new roller coaster in town, and after waiting about 45 minutes in 90-degree weather, that's 32.2222 degrees for the remaining 5% of my audience, we decided to fight some rich trainers and take their fast pass and happily enjoyed a 3-minute ride before heading to the 4th gym, featuring nothing else other than gender envy. Our battle begins with the strategy of using Magnitude with Bemmels, and we're against the Flying type. Surprisingly, we weren't the first to change Pokemon, with the Volt Switch bringing out a Flaffy. We simply told the nervous to fight Bemmels that the Flaffy was made out of cotton candy, and that solved their issue concerningly well. When Emolga decided to return to the stage, we brought back the favor with Alakazam, and quickly decided to get back at the cowardly Emolga with a godlike blast of psychic energy. I yell and say nobody is allowed to switch off the battlefield without dying eventually, but unfortunately, those words come back to bite me.
They're probably gonna, yeah, I think Bemmels is the good switch here because they're gonna use the dark. They're gonna use oh wait, that's right. Wait, that's right. They're gonna use Pursuit, which means Soul Fury's gonna fucking die. If I had thought of my dialogue just a little bit faster, I would have seen that coming. That's right. That's how that move works.
Well, we at least managed to switch into Bemmels and win the fight. With the 4th gym complete and a new stream, which, you know, I stream every Tuesday and Thursday at twitch.tv/LucaTheJackal at 12 o'clock Eastern. Please join, heart emoji. We decided to reward ourselves with 2 brand new members to the party. Sunset the Jigglypuff was a Pokemon designed to be competitive with its next evolution. With 4 powerful moves and a choice scarf, it was destined to be a mighty fighter. However, this Pokemon is so unbelievably normal, it repressed its godlike power and decided to take a more humble position as the #1 melee player in the world. This is the only Smash content you're getting on my channel. BB Base, the Sigilyph, the
Sigilyph.
That was soon to be an incredibly powerful Pokemon featuring Magic Guard, a Life Orb, and a moveset with the power to kill God. With Quiver Dance raising 3 of our stats, including our special attack, we could unleash a stored power which gets stronger the more stat buffs you have, and release a damage number almost as high as the collective student debt in the United States. Student debt is still higher though, that won't change. With our 2 new partners and a fresh mind repressing the tragic loss of probably my 2 most active chatters, we were ready and excited to continue our grand adventure through the wide and vast region of Unova. Gym battles and sights to see awaited, and we spent the next 20 minutes dressing up our Pokemon. Yep, this is part of the game. But damn, look how dapper these goobers are. Okay, fine. I'll get back to the main story. Nothing extreme happened as we came across the clearly new members of the hide-and-seek team who were practically blocking the road with their spots. We beat them in a battle out of frustration for being so bad at the game and watched as they ran away. Our rival then revealed his tragic story. He played hide-and-seek with a Purloin his grandfather gifted him years ago, but the feline Pokemon seemed to have found the greatest hiding spot of all time, and Eviloo said he could never find that perfect spot. He says in hopes of questioning Team Plasma, he'll find that secret spot, but he's had no luck yet.
Holy shit, they have a football stadium?
After letting our softball play around the field, we continued our adventure to find Charles, the Heartbreaker, Dreammaker, Love Taker, and partook in a fun triple battle with the 3 gods, and believe it or not, we did win this one. We crossed the bridge and finally reached the Holy Land, Driftvale City. 2 new Pokemon were brought into the party, small, but ready for action. Valtz the Meowth is an inventor who prioritizes on tricky tactics to get around with his more weaker moves. With Hypnosis, Hone Claws, and Feint Attack, this Meowth was ready for a mischievous time. We also acquired Geo the Geodude, whose document looked very simple and resulted in this.
So I got the reply. It says Geo period epic in all caps. What species is your Pokemon? Geo period dude period, also in all caps. What nature does your Pokemon have? Rock? So I did adamant, because that seemed about right. Is it holding an item? If so, what? And in all caps, air. What ability does this Pokemon have? Punching people? I don't play Pokemon. So I put pure power on it, and then it said, what moves does this Pokemon have? 4 max. And in all caps again, big punch.
With our new friends, we skipped and hopped away to an exposition dump, which I don't think anybody really cares about at this point. Hey, we're at the 5th gym now, yay! Getting through the gym was an easy task. All it was a straight walk to the, hold on, I can barely see in there. Do we need to go down? No, I went down. Is there something over here? No, that's a trainer. There he is! Finally! The battle started out easy against a Croc, and believe it or not, we used a punching move as Geo. And yes, it is that easy to fight a crocodile in real life. Go on, go give it a try. However, I failed to understand what Torment did and got briefly locked out of my Ice Punch. But nothing another punch could solve. And another. And another. And another. Eventually, we defeated the Sandslash, taking down the second of the 3 Pokemon, leaving Excadrill. Sunset was more than eager to take on the star Pokemon of the gym.
I could take Excadrill. You could take Excadrill. Alright, Sunset. Let's see what you got. Whew, alright, Flamethrower. Yeah, but hear me out. What if we used Ice Beam?
And got popped like the balloon they were.
Okay. I can take him, guys. Famous last words. We brought in Ambi and decided to switch between them and BBB to lower their attack for obvious reasons. We attempted a flamethrower, but Excadrill outsped our puppy dog and flinched us in the process. We switched in Bemmels out of fear for our starring champion and traded hits until both of us came down to the last hit. In a last-ditch effort, Bemmels wanted to take a drink of milk to save himself from the Excadrill. However, he just wasn't fast enough. I've been faster this whole time. We're gonna milk drink. Oh, I am not faster. I am a dumbass. Fuck. I thought I was faster. Stop talking. I really wish I had the mental capacity to understand that I'm getting flinched half the game. I am not fucking faster than the drill Pokemon. After some rather long back and forth between Ambi and Excadrill, we finally ended the strongest Pokemon we fought yet, who easily could have taken down our entire team, mostly due to my ignorance. With the 5th gym out of the way, we were invited to join the Pokemon World Tournament, where trainers from, holy shit, everywhere, I guess. Wow. The idea of fighting trainers from all over is admittedly a terrifying concept considering the previous fight we just had, so we'd have to bring our A-game to this conflict. Oh, we're 5 levels over every Pokemon. Oh. Go get your flamethrower. And just like that, we managed to beat the Pokemon League. And wait, this isn't the anime? We have to fight the Elite Four or something? Oh. Why can't this be a good Pokemon game? We exited the tournament to find the one and only Team Plasma, who are still doing a terrible job at hiding, placing a giant boat on the dock and having all of them hop out the moment we step on board. I'm beginning to think these guys don't actually play hide and seek. After punching every single one of their Pokemon and talking with the presumed leader of the club, who seems to think covering himself in clothing makes him harder to find. After some blabbering, we get teleported off the ship. Wait, what the fuck? How did we get teleported? We decided to clear our mind and just head down to the next town, which was one long adventure. We started on the local route, a fern forest, politely introducing ourselves to the locals. Ma'am, excuse me, have you learned about Twitch Prime? Surprisingly, she did not take up my offer, so I took out my frustration on my chat and ran 3 minutes worth of ads. After that, we found a cute little puppy dog who was apparently on a deep quest to smite all evil. What a good boy. And then we reached the Charged Stone Cave, which, as you could expect, went a lot like, where the fuck are we? The cave seemed endless, but wondering if we'd ever get out of there was about to be the least of our concerns. Hey, we got an Excadrill, ladies and gentlemen! Hey, the bastard is back! We're good. Okay, not as good. We probably Mach Punch, right? That's the fast one. Okay. Alright, and then we live the Rock Slide because it's fucking Rock Slide. Alright, okay. Got it. A little PTSD right there. I was a little worried for a moment. The Geo is kinda just carrying everything. Holy hell. Thankfully, we managed to escape the battle without a single death. Unfortunately, however, we were still trapped in the goddamn cave. Okay. I need to relax. And what better way to do that with 3 more friends? Caitlyn the Honchcrow was another rather gimmicky Pokemon who followed a similar philosophy to the former members of the team with a strategy known as Fuck You. With a Swagger, Spore, and King's Rock, Kate had no intention of letting the opposing Pokemon play the game. Prince of Volbeat is a much more modest individual, not just because he's a tiny little bug boy. With some powerful, firm attacking moves, with some special lore of being a magical knight. You go, little guy. I learned later on that P-Yoshi the Onyx was actually designed to be a fun gimmick that uses Endeavor to do, well, you could probably guess. But I saw 3 pointy stone moves and couldn't help but tunnel vision into making this guy a hilarious lead Pokemon. And with the newly organized team and some rather deep therapy, we finally were able to head to the 6th gym. After this bullshit. Uh-oh. No, shit. No, shit. Oh, fuck! We started the battle by slapping down some stealth rocks, sadly eating a few heart stamps in the process. We switched in BBB to delete the Swoobat, but unfortunately the app I used refused to switch the gender of the Pokemon, so an attract landed and they still beat up the Swoobat. Oddly concerning, but this isn't a topic I'd like to get into a children's game, so... Hey, let's bring in Terravin against Swanna. A wiggle of the finger started up a future sight, but we were feather danced afterwards, harshly lowering our attack. Not that it mattered with the Aqua Tail missing. Why are you still using? Incredibly surprising, Terravin was once brought down to an alarming low amount of health. We were debating on switching, using Thunder Wave. But Terravin pondered this to their mousy self. They spent this whole run on the verge of death, with no sign of progress. Not even a sliver of metronome content was had. With this known, they had to relieve themselves. So with a heavy heart and a smile, the mouse stared up at the swan and said,
"Fuck it, we ball."
Anyways, metronome. Watch it. Come on. Bubble beam. Oh no. That did nothing. Swanna says this is how it's fucking done. Get out of my sight.
Well, it could have been worse. Oh. With Terravin's passing, we decided to use an actually good electric type and an actual electric move. And the gym has been beaten. With our 6th badge under our belt, we had high spirits and a deep desire to adventure in our soul. We planned on hopping on a plane, and I don't really have a joke for this, we just need the professor to come join us. Professor was residing up in the north at the Celestial Tower. The route before was filled with trainers who just really liked battling you. A single battle, a triple battle, all while trying to avoid all those wild Pokemon who also won't leave us alone. We found a professor who gave us a lucky egg, and yes, Professor, I do feel rather lucky in the cemetery. Never mind, I no longer feel lucky as my controller desyncs and causes me to run into a trainer.
Bro, I hate my controller.
We beat this trainer easily, who afterwards revealed they felt very drained after the battle, which surely had no implications in the slightest. But after a long climb and a few more battles, we reached the top of ringing the bell. An entirely optional questline, but honestly, ringing a bell can always result in good things. Maybe you should try looking for one near you. After running through the route again and finally getting to that flight, we managed to reach the next area after almost an hour's worth of progression, which was to be happily rewarded with 2 brand new Pokemon. Captain Wingding the Magnemite was a very special Pokemon who could change the course of reality itself.
What ability does it have? I don't know. Sturdy? What moves does this Pokemon have? I don't know. I'm not a moveologist. Oh, I don't think the game liked that one. I don't think the game liked it. Shit. Hold on. I think I crashed the game.
Well, that was a funny bit. As for the next Pokemon, we, Oh. So after doing all of that again, we were properly rewarded with Kuro the Glaceon, who, holy shit. This was probably the most broken Pokemon we had on the team. Harshly raising special attack, which is doubled by their simple ability, along with having a move that switches Pokemon with status changes, and having Dark fucking Void as well. Unlike plenty of other Pokemon, I knew I desperately needed to protect this baby boy as much as I possibly could. So what better way to go than to visit another place with dead people? Yay! Unfortunately, my bootleg copy of Pokemon White 2 is acting strange and weird, so I couldn't capture any footage, and I don't really know how to run a joke about Pokemon creepypastas. Let's just say Kuro dies or something.
Welcome in Sunset. I'm Wait, I didn't mean that! I'm nearly killing a funny... Why were you awake? Why did you wake up? No!
Alright, anyways, as if we hadn't had enough cave struggles, we decided to venture into a volcano, and surprisingly, our ice type melted. Luckily, we didn't get as lost as we have in every other dark place in the game had to offer, so we quickly got the hell out of there and reached Undella Town. After enjoying the soft, gentle waves and music of a terrifying journey,
and making a really funny tweet about how Cynthia's in Undella Town. You can walk into a random house and wow, this joke is really funny. You should buy these plushies. But with that, we hatched Sotar the Reniclus, which was another one of my favorite psychic Pokemon, so I was hopeful I wouldn't kill this one right away either. With some strong special moves and Wonder Room, this psychic type was sure to be a powerhouse for the team. Monado the Samurott was next, who relied on a strategy I could finally get behind, which was using the attack button. With Scope Lens and Focus Energy, this Pokemon really wanted to get critical attacks at any given point. But, as a professional Mario Party player, they were guaranteed already. And look at that, our starter Pokemon finally became part of the team. Well, sorta. We polished our team with the new additions and took 2 steps forward to a surprise encounter with Eviloo, who decided that after not fighting us since visiting us at the ranch, he wanted to change that up a little bit. We agreed, myself very thankful I had just leveled up my Pokemon, beginning the battle by Psychic Bombing their Unpheasant, exploding them instantly. As Superior comes onto the field, you'll notice 2 things. First, you'll notice my powerful Fire-type Pokemon is missing from the party, having been boxed to make room for the new members. The second thing you might notice, if you haven't already, is the remaining watch time for the video. The Superior started with a Coil, upping their offense, defense, and accuracy. We responded with a Side Shock and a Focus Blast, getting the Pokemon very close to minimal health. However, if you're any bit familiar with Pokemon games, you'll know very well that a low health Pokemon from a notable trainer means the battle is only just beginning.
So we've got a good advantage here, that's the thing. No, I wanna Hyper. Oh, we're both baby bitches. Okay, good to know. Focus Blast, heart emoji? Leaf Blade will do a lot, but it shouldn't kill. Yeah, it does a lot, but it won't kill. Yeah, I'd say we go Ducate, because it's probably going to go for Leaf Blade, and that'll just be less effective. Hopefully, we should be fine. Kate! Yeah, it should... Yeah. Christ. Okay. Let's fucking go for it. Please hit yourself. Please hit yourself. Okay. God damn it. Fuck. I'm sorry, Kate. I wanted to do you better than that. I'm sorry. Alright. So, yeah, we switch into Onyx, right? And then we just kind of tank shit for a hot minute. Alright, smacked itself. Didn't do a lot. What do you mean it doesn't? What? Oh. Oh, yeah, it didn't hit me. That's the thing. Okay, well, I'm just gonna set up. I'll just set up spikes while I wait. Okay, well. I thought it was... I'm stupid, guys. I got sturdy. We'll make it work. So we got some cheesy bullshit. Because if I hyper potion and it's fine, right? Okay. Now it's all the way down. What do we do here? So does that stack? Because I've also got Stealth Rocked and so I just Toxic Spikes again. Yeah, okay. Alright. Endeavor will not, yeah, Endeavor, okay. I could just heal forever, so I guess we just kind of go for that. Yeah, we'll hit the Super Potion. If he didn't PP, he's probably close to out of PP. Yeah, Mega Drain, okay. Okay, and now it's healed. Okay, so... Christ. I think we just throw in Vaults there, because I do want to keep Yoshi. Yeah. Oh, I was in the menu! I was in the fucking menu! God! I was not in the Switch menu. I was in the goddamn heal menu. God, I hate this game. Alright, well, Monado. Because I think it might have... I think it's got a little bit of buff defense, so I think we use Sacred Sword here. Sacred is best? Yeah.
Alright, come on. Oh my god. I think that's a white. Yeah, that definitely looks like a white. Okay, alright. There we had it. We had a valiant effort from a powerful, uniquely designed box filled with Pokemon, even if not all of them were able to make it out into the field. However, at the end of the day, the Pokemon doesn't matter, Trainer does. I made some slip-ups here and there, and ultimately I could have played better during some of my battles, especially against the one that ended it all. However, sometimes it truly isn't about the destination, but the friends you made along the way. This adventure had been one of the greatest Pokemon expeditions I've had thus far, and I'd lose 1,000 times over just to live through it again. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone who got involved with this project, and I hope you enjoyed having a chance to let your Pokemon shine. Alright, well, now that that's over, it's unfortunate we lost, but you know, sometimes it's what's that stuff? What's that music? Is that music? No. No! No! No!